So, The Strangers Chapter 1 is not a prequel to the 2008 film The Strangers. Now, why on earth would I think that it was? Okay, so here we go with the review. Okay, so we follow a young couple that seems more like that phony, annoying couple that you would see on social media. You know the ones that I'm talking about, the annoying ones that like to post how happy they are, and every time they post a picture they put hashtag love this. And while they're driving across the state, their car breaks down and they are forced to stay at an Airbnb. And guess who comes knocking at the door?
Who is it?
It's me, Dave, man. Open up, I got the stuff.
Oh man, I wish, because that would have been a better movie. So I'm just going to go ahead and say this right now. I thought the original 2008 movie, The Strangers, was just fine. I thought it was a well done movie, and bravo to the filmmakers for not having much story but knowing how to build the suspense. And while I thought the original had some really great suspense, what lost me in that original film was they threw in that nonsense about the based on a true story, and that was kind of a trend that was taking place in the early 2000s. And I always seem to forget that there was a sequel to the original film, and honestly, I thought the sequel was more forgettable, except for the main characters, because they always had me saying this.
You idiots!
So initially, like I said, I thought this was going to be a prequel. Then I even thought maybe, hey, is it going to be like a remake sequel? Kind of like what they did with the new Halloween trilogy. But as the movie was going along, I was like, no, this is just a complete remake with the intentions of making a lot of sequels out of it. So if you're a fan of that original film, you're going to be noticing a lot of copy and pasting, minus
Suspense.
So in that original film, you could actually say that, hey, the fear and the dread made our main characters, fumble a lot and do stupid things. However, these main characters, they do every dumb horror cliche, but if not worse. A character will be home alone, standing around in their underwear, hearing actual footsteps on the second floor of the house, and instead of putting on some clothes and doing something or running out, well, they decide to take a shower. Or they'll be like, hey, I've already done one stupid thing, now I'm going to go play the piano, having my back face every entrance of the house. And honestly, it's just like, come on. And remember how I said the couple felt real phony? Well, every time they were on screen together, I couldn't buy it.
I don't believe you.
Not only did I not care about our main characters, the villains themselves I felt were more annoying than menacing. And the more the movie went on, I felt like only 1 out of 3 of the villains were actually a threat. But these characters, they have so many opportunities. It just had me saying,
You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
This movie feels very unnecessary. Like I said, it's very copied and pasted without anything that made the original good. Alright people, so who's to blame? I mean, yeah, we could blame the studio, and hey, sure, why not? We could even blame the director, Renny Harlin, who is an experienced director and has made some good movies. And yeah, sure, we could blame them. They would be the easy targets to blame, but this might be a little controversial. But maybe us, the audience, are to blame too. Like I said, this might be a controversial theory, but it's a theory. But maybe allowing social media influencers to represent us? Like someone like Spooky Evan, who has 150,000 subs on TikTok. Because we should know, if Spooky Evan gets a promotional box from Lionsgate or Dimension Films, and inside that box is a big piece of shit, Spooky Evan will always say, hey guys, it's Spooky Evan, look what I got, it's so amazing! Like I said, it's just a theory, maybe something to think about. I don't know, this movie manages to do a lot of dumb things and also manages to do things that we've seen plenty of times in other movies done better. Including the 2008 original film, The Strangers? I mean, you know what could have been done in this movie without even having to reboot it? Have the third movie contain smart characters. Someone like Benny from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, or even like Aaron from the movie You're Next. Have some characters like that to turn the tables on our villains. I mean, something like that would have been different. It would have stuck out in a trilogy. They try to do something a little different, so I guess I'll give them a little credit for it, but they try to do something with this town, and it kind of just made me feel like the kids from Gatlin grew up. But even then, they're trying to make something more for what it is, and it doesn't work. We have actor Richard Brake in the movie.
Not anymore, you don't. Poof.
Yeah, he's not even like a glorified cameo, more like a glorified extra. Maybe he'll have a bigger part in the next movie, which, if there is a next movie, maybe it'll be streaming only. After watching this movie and not enjoying it, the movie had the nerve to do something at the end that just had me saying this.
Fuck you, asshole.
If I have any positives to say about this movie, well, it's short. It's only an hour and 30 minutes, and they play the moody blues in the film. My ratings for The Strangers Chapter 1, people, save your money. I would just suggest watching the original film, but hey, if you want to watch a better film, I would suggest watching the movie Christie, which is currently streaming right now on Tubi. Alright, so did you see The Strangers Chapter 1? Did you enjoy the film? Was my review too harsh? Please leave a comment below and let me know. And also, please don't forget to hit like and subscribe. I'm Mike the Movie Misfit, and I'll see you at the movies.
Why are you doing this to us?
So the studio's rights to the intellectual property won't expire, and we can make more unnecessary sequels.